Coming to you from Maui, Hawaii. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and push those bell notifications to let you know when I have another free yoga class. Today I have one specifically for anyone who has just come off a run. My friend Raven wanted me to make this video, so this one's for you. So when you're ready, feel free to grab your mat, which I'm sure you guys already have. And we're just gonna come into our Supta Baddha Konasana, kind of like our butterfly pose, with the soles of our feet together, and then your knees bent out to the sides, lay back on your back, close your eyes, and begin to breathe. It doesn't matter where your hands are or how bent your knees are. The only thing that matters is you tuning into your breath. Take some deep breaths here. We're calming down our body, especially after that long run or short run. It's always good to stretch. If you'd like to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, feel free to do so like I am now. Settle down here. Find stillness. You're taking this time for you. Opening up those hips. Finding our balance. Winding down from an awesome runner's high, I hope. Keep your eyes closed, and on the next 3 breaths, breathe in deeply and exhale audibly out of your mouth. You can breathe in for a count of 4. Sigh out. Feel your chest and your stomach expanding and contracting. When you're ready, we're just going to open our eyes, adjust ourselves, and place your left leg out in front of you. Bend the right knee. You can stay laying back, I just got and you're just gonna pull that right knee into the chest. This is a good, nice hip flexor stretch. Also stretching into our hamstring right here. And then feel free to take that left hand, bring that right knee over to the left hand side. Easy laying down twist. And you want to reach your hand out, your right hand, to the side of the mat and look over to the right towards that hand. This is my donkey fighting face. is a nice glute stretch. And also making sure we take care of our back muscles at the same time. Breathe here. Always remember your breath. Then bring that knee into the chest. Hug it tightly. And switch sides. This time I won't get up. So right leg straight out, left knee bends in towards that left shoulder. Breathe into that psoas muscle. Hi, buddy. Now place your right hand onto the left knee and bring that right knee over to the, or that left knee over to the right. Left hand reaches out, look over to the left. Remember to inhale and exhale. Awesome job, yogis. So next, just grab your legs and squeeze them into a tight ball. Bring your nose to your knees. And then we're gonna rock 3 times and fold over onto our legs. So you can feel free to come up if you would like some momentum, but just rock the length of your spine 3 times, bringing out that inner child in yourself. Remember to breathe, and then straighten those legs. Good hamstring stretch, forward fold, reach out towards those toes, or whatever feels best for you. Just make sure your torso goes on to those quad muscles before you reach any further. We don't want to arch the spine. We want to allow the spine to reach without bending with an arching back. Remember your breath, inhale and exhale. The most important part of our yoga class. On the next inhale, we're just going to tuck our legs in and do one more rock all the way into our all fours position. So just pull your knees in, rock backwards, come up onto all fours. Just do a little cat-cow. So we're going to drop our belly, lift our gaze. If you've never heard of this, this is called the cow pose. And then tuck the chin, tap the belly, tap the toes. One more here. Awesome job. Now just reach back wherever your toes are or knees. Keep them there and fold forward into our child's pose. We are resting our back, stretching the low back, all the vertebrae, the QL, the external obliques, which are utilized during running. You can close your eyes here, rest your forehead onto the mat, and breathe. Inhale, come up onto your all fours, then push your knees back as well as your toes. We're just going to come onto our belly. And then we're going to move into our cobra pose. So place your hands, the palms of your hands onto the ground by your shoulders. We're going to push out of the floor. And this, we want to make sure that we're not dumping weight into the low back, that we're pushing out of our palms and looking up, opening the chest. Next, we're just gonna come into our downward facing dog. So you can roll over your toes. I can show you guys just like this. And then flip those feet onto the ground. The feet are gonna be hip width distance. And then you can pedal out your feet. Really, really good stretch for those hamstrings, those glute muscles. For all you runners out there. Make this feel good for you. We'll be here for a little bit. Exhale out of your mouth. Make sure you're sighing out any negativity or any tension that's built up. You can also bend generously into those knees. See if that feels good for you. Come onto those toes. Play around here. Then we're just going to take that right knee, bring it forward for our low lunge. So you can drop that back left knee, and then we're just going to keep our hands on the ground and feel that the muscles right here, the hip flexors, the psoas, are getting a deep stretch. If you feel like you want a deeper stretch, feel free to tuck those left toes, lift the knee, or grab the right knee with both hands and push back open the chest. Always engaging those abdominal muscles, not putting too much pressure in the low back. But today I think I'm just going to prefer doing step number 1 with the hands on the ground. Breathe into those muscles that helped you run that long distance today. Showing our body some love. On the next inhale, we're going to drop the hips back, keep the feet where they are, but the right foot is going to become flexed into our half splits. So our left knee becomes bent, right leg straightens out, and our hips are just over that left knee. You can keep the hands where they are or wherever you feel is most comfortable for you today. And you can drop that nose to the knee, towards the knee. This is actually one of my favorite stretches, so I hope you're enjoying it too. Remember, deep breaths here. We want to send the breath to those muscles, focusing on what part of our body needs it most. And then come forward back into that lunge. We're going to do our lizard's pose. It's actually considered a runner's pose. So what you do is you take that right foot and you make sure that it goes out a little further to the right, so that both of your hands can hopefully drop down to the middle, or you can use your block, or you can have your hands up here. And we are stretching more of the groin muscle. And we can drop our hands, or if you're really flexible, you can drop your forearms down. Some people even have the need to tuck the toes and lift the leg up for a deeper stretch, and move forward and backward for a half stretch in that left leg. Always do what feels best for your body. Don't ever push it too hard. Just focus on your breath and know that you're doing something awesome for you. On the next inhale, inhale, walk those right toes into where we had them for that lunge. And then we're just going to tuck the left toes. Bring that leg and those knees. Bring that leg, the back leg in a little bit. Straighten out those knees. And come into our pyramid pose. So we're about 3 feet apart with each feet. And our feet are in line with our hips. So our left foot is where our left hip is, and our right foot is where our right hip is. So we're about hip width distance apart. And we're just gonna fold over with our knees straight. You can play around with moving one hip up and the other. See what feels good. The palms will hopefully touch the ground and your head will drop heavy here. Next, we're going to move into our wide leg forward fold. So we're just going to transition around so that our toes are facing the same direction and fold over. Allowing the back, the spine to just relax here, hang heavy. Deep breath, let it out. Transition to the opposite side. We're going to do our pyramid pose on this side. So our left foot forward. You can always move that right foot in a little bit if you feel like that's necessary for your comfort. Breathe here. You can play around with those hips. And then we're gonna move the right foot back. The left toes can come forward and come into our runners, or our lunge, not the runner's lunge yet. So you can keep that right knee down, or you can push out of that left knee. Do what feels best for your body today. You're doing an awesome job. And the next inhale, we're just going to come into our half splits. Breathe here. You can reach forward towards those left toes. Might feel good for your low back. Make sure to flex that left foot. Breathe here. And next, come into our lizard pose. So that left foot goes towards the left-hand side. And you can drop your forearms down. We're stretching that groin once again on this side. And feel free, if you would like to tuck those right toes and move forward and backward for that quad, that calf stretch. Hi, buddy. Maybe sister, hello. You'll lick that armpit. Hi, buddy. You can allow your left knee to bend to the side. You can move your hips right and left. Still feels best. Awesome job, yogis. So we're just going to come into our all fours position, tuck our toes, make your way into your downward facing dog once more. Then move into our plank pose, come down, chaturanga, cobra, open that chest. fold down, and then roll your body onto your back. We're going into our Shavasana. Allow those feet to open up wide. Those hands to come out towards the sides of the mat as well. Close those eyes. Think about how you feel now versus how you felt when you started class. Stay here with those eyes closed. I'm going to grab a hold of my crystal bowl. Do a little sound bath for you before we end. Joining me today for this short yet effective runners video. Please subscribe to my channel to support free yoga and check out my blog, mymindfulmethod.com. Thank you for coming, and aloha.